Of course, we know that the world is about to end tomorrow, or do we? Well, obviously we don't. Okay, now I have a few questions to ask you, but we'll get to those in a minute. Have you seen this picture? This is a picture of a star called VCV383 in the constellation Monocerotis, which was used by people to pretend that it was a planet that was about to crash into the Earth. Now, it's interesting, but I'm not going to talk about that yet. This is the best end of the world ever. More people know about this than they've ever done before because of the internet and that sort of thing. Previous ends of the world have been a bit rubbish because, you know, not many people have known about them, people have disagreed about them and that sort of thing. But this one, everyone's like unanimous. People think that the end of the world is going to happen, and that is brilliant. Now, I'm really looking forward to better ends of the world in future because I think we're going to get better and better at this, and eventually we'll be able to produce fantastic ends of the world with huge explosions and flashing lights and special effects and people getting really worried and all this sort of thing, and that'd be really good. The end of the world that we've got at the moment is pretty good. It's better than ones before, but you know, it's not as good as it could be. Seriously though, if today really was the end of the world, are you happy with the way the world is now? Are you happy with the way your life has gone? What's positive about what's happened in your life? What do you most regret not doing? Is there a world bucket list? Is there something that the world should have done, or that you should have done, or that you'd like to have done? What do you regret? Do you think you should have spent more time at work? Do you think you should have told more people that you love them? Do you think that you should have shown more respect? Is there anyone you want to say sorry to? This is the sort of thing we're talking about. So if you really thought the world was about to end, what would you do about it? Would you make a deal with God or some other being, or sort of with yourself, that if the world didn't end you would turn your life around, do something different? Because we can do that anyway, as you know. We can behave better, we can be better people, we can be the best version of ourselves there is. Now in a way I want to say, yeah, the end of the world, brilliant, let's bring it on, because the old world is rubbish. It's got rubbish diseases in it like Alzheimer's and cancer, we need to get rid of those. It's got rubbish behaviour like bullying and we need to get rid of that. It's got rubbish situations like people starving when there's no need because they can be fed. And it's got rubbish situations like war. The old world is just rubbish, we should just get rid of it. Yes, it should end. And it should end now. It should end as soon as possible. It should end today. So yes, the world should end today, absolutely. So we just need to get all this stuff out of the way and make a new world and be good. And we can do that. We all know we can do that. We know what right and wrong is. We all know deep down, and we agree. Back to VCV838 Monocerotis. And by the way, it's Monoceros. It's not Monocerotis. It means the unicorn. It's 20,000 light years away. Now, the ironic thing about this picture is it really might be the end of a world. What it might have been caused by, that picture, is by a planet crashing into a sun 20,000 light years away, causing the sun to explode. And that nebulosity you see about it could be the remains of a planet. And I think that's pretty amazing. And another amazing thing about it is that that's moving. Look at this animation. That is moving faster than the speed of light. Now obviously it's not moving at faster than the speed of light because that's the ultimate speed limit. But in a sense, what's actually happening is the light is bouncing off it so that some of it reaches us before some of the rest of it. And that gives you the optical illusion and it's moving faster than the speed of light, which I think is pretty fascinating. So anyway, that was the end of the world. Now what I want to know, what I'm interested in knowing is, if the world ended today, what would you most regret? What's the best thing about the world? And what are you going to do if the world doesn't end to make it a better place? And what are you going to leave behind? What's the rubbish stuff about the old world? And what's the new world going to be like?